They say a man dies twice, once when his heart stops beating, and once when his pride, his power, and his manhood begin to fade. But what if I told you, for millions of men over 60, the first true warning sign that something is deeply wrong doesn't show up on a heart monitor, and it's not found in a brain scan. No, it begins quietly, in the bedroom, in the space between who you were and who you're becoming. A strange tightness, a lack of response, a softening where there used to be steel, and most men brush it off. I'm just getting older, they say. But here's the hard truth, that dull, cramp-like pressure in your groin, that moment when things just don't rise like they used to. It's not just age catching up with you. It's your blood vessels crying out for help. And if you ignore them, they won't just silence your sex life, they'll begin to starve your manhood from the inside out. But here's the good news. I'm Dr. Mohit Kara. I've spent over 30 years helping men just like you reclaim their confidence, improve their circulation, and restore their intimacy naturally. And today, I'm going to show you something that every man over 60 deserves to know, but hardly anyone is talking about. Because what if I told you, the secret to stronger erections, better blood flow, and a powerful pain-free penis isn't locked inside a pill bottle or buried in some expensive surgical procedure? It might be sitting in your refrigerator right now. Yes, really, most men blame aging. But in reality, it's something far more preventable. And I'm going to prove it to you. In this video, I'll reveal the top 3 science-backed foods that help prevent penile blood flow cramps, restore healthy circulation, and help you feel stronger, firmer, and more alive without a single pill. And one of them works so fast, you might feel the difference before this week is over. So if you're a man over 60 and you've felt like your edge is slipping, if you want to reclaim control of your health, strengthen your erections, and restore the kind of confidence that only comes from real natural vitality, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this channel is made for men like you. And if you're ready to take charge, drop a 1 in the comments. If this message doesn't speak to you, leave a 0, and let me know how I can better serve your journey. All right? Let's dive into the first food that could completely transform how blood flows to your penis and maybe even your entire outlook on aging. 1. Beets. The circulation supercharger. Now I know what you might be thinking. Beets, really? That earthy root vegetable that most people push to the side of their plate? Yes, beets. They might just be your secret weapon. I didn't used to think something as simple as a beet could have anything to do with sexual health. But over time, a pattern began to emerge in my practice, and it was impossible to ignore. Older men who began adding beets to their daily diet, whether as juice-roasted slices or blended into smoothies, started reporting something unexpected. Firmer erections, more stamina, less of that cramping tightness in the groin during arousal. Was it just coincidence? No. Because here's the science: beets are rich in natural nitrates. Your body converts these nitrates into nitric oxide, a crucial molecule that acts like a biological key, unlocking your blood vessels and allowing them to relax and expand. And when those vessels expand, blood can finally flow freely, especially to the places where it matters most. Let's get real, after 60, your body's ability to produce nitric oxide drops off sharply. That's when the signs begin. Sluggish arousal, weaker erections, that dull, almost cramp-like sensation during intimacy. Most men just assume it's part of getting older. But it's not just aging, it's a warning sign that your blood isn't reaching your manhood like it used to. That's where beets come in. They act like a natural pump primer, softening stiffened vessels, energizing circulation, and helping you restore function without force. Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and start your morning with a glass of fresh beet juice. Not a fancy supplement, not a risky pill, just beets. Day after day, those compounds go to work helping your blood vessels open up, revitalizing your tissues, and bringing back the kind of strength you thought was lost forever. This isn't some miracle. This is biology, pure and simple. Beets don't mask the problem like pharmaceutical solutions. They help fix it from the inside out. And here's something even more fascinating. There's a fruit most men toss aside without realizing it contains a compound that works almost identically to prescription erection pills, only without the risk of side effects or sudden blood pressure crashes. And this next food could help cool down those frustrating vascular spasms that cause deep tightness in your groin. 2. Watermelon. The blood flow booster you didn't see coming. Let's talk about watermelon. I'll admit it. For years, I thought watermelon was just a sweet, juicy treat for summer afternoons. A snack you give your grandkids. Harmless, refreshing, simple. But I was wrong. Very wrong. Because buried within that watermelon, especially in the part almost everyone throws away, is a secret that can make a real difference for men over 60 who are struggling with weak erections and frustrating tightness during arousal. That secret, a powerful amino acid called citrulline. It's found in high concentrations in the white rind of watermelon. Yes, that part you probably toss in the trash. Citrulline is a natural vasodilator. In simple terms, it helps your blood vessels relax and open up, boosting circulation to the penis and beyond. After 60, those blood vessels start to narrow. They become stiff, less elastic. That's when arousal begins to feel inconsistent, delayed, or even uncomfortable. Citrulline helps counteract that. It's not a harsh stimulant. It doesn't force your body into action. It gently encourages your blood vessels to do what they were designed to do, flow freely, fully, and effectively. Let me share a story. One of my patients, let's call him Roger, was 68 when he came to see me. A strong man, former Marine, but he was frustrated. His erections had been growing weaker, more unpredictable. And worst of all, during intimacy, he felt this tight, uncomfortable pressure like a slow squeeze in his lower abdomen. He tried pills. They gave him headaches. He tried avoiding the problem. That gave him shame. Then he tried something simple. Every morning, he started blending the red and white parts of the watermelon into a smoothie. No sugar, no additives, just nature. Within 2 weeks, he called me. "Doc," he said, "I woke up this morning like I was 25 again. Stronger morning wood, no tightness, more confidence, no drugs, no procedures. Just citrulline doing its job." And the beauty of watermelon is that it doesn't just work in isolation. It complements the effects of beets, both helping to restore what time has quietly taken away. But we're not done. Because the next food on the list doesn't just support blood flow, it actively repairs the lining of your blood vessels. It helps your body heal on a deeper level, giving you not just better erections, but better heart health, more energy, and even a sharper mind. Want to know what it is? Stick around because it's coming next in part 2. So now you know watermelon isn't just a sweet treat, it's a powerful ally in reclaiming your confidence. But what if I told you there's one more food, small, often forgotten, that might just be the missing piece in your entire circulation puzzle? Let's talk about it. Pumpkin seeds, the unsung hero of male vitality. If there's one food I wish more men over 60 truly understood and appreciated, it's this: pumpkin seeds. Not flashy, not fancy. In fact, most guys just scoop them out of a pumpkin and toss them without a second thought. But hear me clearly, these little seeds are a powerhouse of penile protection. They're tiny, sure, but don't be fooled by their size. Inside each one lies a rich storehouse of minerals that your body, and especially your penis, relies on to stay strong, responsive, and free from the frustrating tightness that too many men start feeling as they age. Here's what makes pumpkin seeds so powerful. They're loaded with 3 essential nutrients that directly support erectile health: magnesium, zinc, and arginine. Let's break that down. First, magnesium. This mineral is critical for relaxing blood vessels and calming muscle tension. If you've ever felt that dull, stubborn pressure during arousal, the kind that isn't exactly pain, but makes things feel tight, strained, or off, that's often a result of vascular spasms, or what I call penile cramping. Magnesium helps stop that at the source. Next is zinc, and this one's non-negotiable. As men age, their natural testosterone levels begin to decline, often faster than they realize. Zinc acts like a guardian of your manhood, helping maintain healthy testosterone levels, which are absolutely essential for libido performance and overall masculine energy. And finally, arginine, an amino acid that plays a vital role in nitric oxide production. Remember, nitric oxide, it's that key chemical that opens up your blood vessels and allows blood to flow where it's needed most. Without it, even the strongest desire can run into a dead end. Put simply, pumpkin seeds don't just support one part of the equation, they cover three of the most important systems for male performance: vascular health, hormonal strength, and erectile function. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I had a patient, retired Air Force, mid-70s, fit, sharp, and extremely disciplined. He came to me not because his libido had vanished, but because something didn't feel right during intimacy. There was no sharp pain, but a persistent pressure in his lower groin. Not enough to stop things completely, but enough to make him feel off his game. After ruling out serious conditions, I asked him to do one simple thing: add 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds to his daily routine. That's it. No pills, no new workouts, just a small bowl of seeds every morning. 3 weeks later, he called me with excitement in his voice. "Doc, that tension, it's gone. My morning wood is back. And more than anything, I feel like me again." Stories like that are why I never stop talking about pumpkin seeds. And the best part, they're easy to integrate into your life. Sprinkle them over your oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, toss them into a salad, or just grab a handful and eat them plain. They don't need to be fancy, they just need to be consistent. You may not notice a dramatic change overnight, but give it a few weeks and you'll start to feel a subtle shift: better blood flow, more energy, improved confidence, and a sense that your body is working with you again, not against you. Think of it as laying the foundation for real, lasting change, not just in your erections, but in your entire circulatory system. And here's where things get even more exciting. If you've made it this far, you've already learned how beets, watermelon, and pumpkin seeds each support your sexual health in a unique way. But what happens when you combine them? When these 3 natural ingredients work together, they don't just add up, they amplify each other's effects. In the next section, I'll show you exactly how they work as a team, forming what I call the circulation trifecta, a daily formula that has helped hundreds of men restore their erections, strengthen their vitality, and feel like themselves again, without pills, pain, or pressure. And I'll even walk you through a simple plan to incorporate them into your life step by step. So stay with me. The best part is just ahead. We've just explored how real nourishment, not magic pills, can reignite blood flow and intimacy from the inside out. Now let's turn that knowledge into action with something simple and practical, a plan you can follow starting today. Your 7-day action plan. Now that you understand exactly how foods like beets, watermelon, and pumpkin seeds work to support blood flow, energy, and erectile health, one big question remains: how do you actually make this a consistent part of your daily life? That's the hurdle most men run into. Over the years, I've worked with hundreds of motivated men who understood the science, believed in the benefits, and genuinely wanted to feel better. But still, they got stuck at the starting line. Not because they didn't care, but because they didn't know where to begin. And without a clear starting point, nothing ever changed. That's why I've created a simple, no-fuss 7-day action plan. It takes all the guesswork out of the process. No complicated recipes, no expensive supplements, just a straightforward routine you can stick to, one that fits into real life. And the best part, most men begin to feel the difference within just 1 week. Here's how to do it. Morning, start your day with a glass of beet juice, just 4 to 6 ounces on an empty stomach. Think of this as your body's ignition key. Beets stimulate nitric oxide production, which helps open up blood vessels and jumpstart your circulation first thing in the morning. It's a powerful, natural way to wake up your system from the inside out. Mid-morning. Make yourself a watermelon smoothie. But here's the secret: don't just use the red flesh. Include the white rind, too. That's where citrulline lives, a compound that calms blood vessel tension and helps ease the hidden spasms that can interfere with sensitivity and arousal. The smoothie is not only refreshing, it's medicinal, like a spa day for your arteries. Afternoon. At some point in the afternoon, grab a small handful of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds. No need to overthink it. Keep a jar on your kitchen counter or toss a bag in your glove box. These tiny seeds are nutritional powerhouses packed with magnesium to relax the vessel's zinc, to support testosterone and arginine to boost nitric oxide levels, the trio your body relies on for firm, dependable performance. Alongside this routine, remember to stay hydrated throughout the day. Water supports blood volume and circulation. Gentle movement also helps, whether it's a short walk, stretching, or light activity. And perhaps most importantly, take a moment each morning to check in with yourself, not as someone trying to fix a problem, but as a man reclaiming ownership of his health and vitality. This plan doesn't require perfection. It simply requires consistency. Your body isn't asking for miracles. It's asking for rhythm, routine, and real nourishment. And that's exactly what this daily plan offers. But before we wrap up, there's one final piece I want to share with you. Because while food creates the foundation, the deeper reason behind all of this, the emotional core of this journey is something many men never talk about. And it's time we did. Stay with me. Up next, a final message you won't want to miss.